Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Kingdom 2 Crowns, where in the previous episode we expanded to the left hand side a little bit closer to the final greed portal and indeed the wall portal, and we managed to get all defences upgraded. And obviously some good towers here, and indeed this teleporter. And then finally we attacked on the far left to destroy the main, not the main portal, but certainly the last portal remaining on the far left. And we can go and check that out right now because the attack should have finished. There is said portal, which is all destroyed. We also have some berries on the far left, which is no way our our farmers are going to head that way. We can see the swirly portal on the far left. That's the main wall portal that we cannot touch, so I'm not even going to attempt it. We also managed to defeat, somehow, the boar that's here. Now, it should only spawn once per winter, I believe. I think I did say in the last episode. I'm not too sure, but I have checked that up. Also, I mentioned that we were going to perhaps move to the next island. But the problem with that is that we would have moved in winter. Now, that is obviously very, very suboptimal to say the least, because we won't be able to farm, we won't be able to set up some farms, and we won't be able to get some grass, which means there's nothing spawning, blah, blah, blah. We've covered all that in the previous ones. But the seasons should last, I believe it's 16 days each, 4 seasons, which is 64 days. If we press escape and go to this map here, we can see that we have survived for 60 days in total, which means that spring should be coming. So, what I'm going to do is wait a couple more days, and we should probably see very quickly whether or not that is the case. Now, already looking at the ground, there is no snow there. There is also not much ice on the water, and we can see fish that are starting to come out of the water there. So I'm hoping that we will be going into spring now. So I'm going to check. You can see all of the farmers are going through these bushes here, these berry bushes. The amount of income we got off that boar was amazing. I think I said 50, but it's 30 coins apparently that you get off that, which is still a great amount of coins. Not that I really intended to fight them. Not of any great sort of ethical issues with that in the game, but it was more of a case of it's tough and we don't need to do it. Our survivability does not depend exclusively on their destruction, but we can see that looking around here, still a bit of snow. Sorry, still a bit of ice in the water, but no snow. Let's use this portal and go all the way to the right hand side, mainly because we can. I'm going to stand next to some of these and I'm going to see just who's sitting on the right. Yeah, no snow and not a lot of ice as well. I wonder if there's anyone hanging around here. Yeah, we still have all of the pikemen, as well as all of the archers that are wandering out to check this thing out. Obviously, we also have some more people here as well. We haven't come here in quite a while because we didn't really need it. But if we go to the far right, we should have our main lighthouse there. There it is, and you can see it lights up when we get close as well. I could build this teleporter. There's no real need. We don't actually. Do you come back? If you come back to the island, you might actually come back where that teleporter is on this side. That may be the case. So I'm tell you what, I will upgrade that. I will upgrade that and then use it to teleport into the center. The problem with this is that you have to remember which teleporter does which. Now, it's easy when you've got one on either side, but when you've got multiples on both sides, that can be quite an issue. Looking at the trees, all deciduous, all of the leaves have gone. A little bit of ivy or some sort of crawling bit on the side of the trees there, and maybe some mushrooms on the bottom of that one. Some fungi of some kind. But we can see that the water here is still frozen on the farming tile. And we've still got a little bit of ice on the ground. So that's a thing. See the moon set back there. Sorry, I tuned out for a bit. I was watching the moon set just behind those like nice pillars with the fire on the right. It's very easily done in this game to get distracted by how nice the game looks. That is day 30, which means we have spent more time, I think most of our time on this island compared to the other two, which makes perfect sense because we've had more portals to destroy, more things to deal with. So our portal here will teleport. I think I'll get it. I want it before that, but I don't want it near the farm. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy with that. So I've managed to place it just outside the main town wall. Problem is I don't have enough coin to upgrade it. I'm a coin off. Right, let's see if I can borrow a coin off someone before it disappears. Anyone want to lend me a coin? Just one coin. That's all I'm asking. A simple, solitary coin. No? What about you guys? No? No coin. Okay, thank you. So it looks like we're not going to get back in time to build that. Because it does stay there for a little while and disappears. It might be proximity based. I'm really not too sure. Doesn't look like we're going to get a coin in time. Oh, there's a coin. Right. Okay. As soon as we get one coin, we're heading back. And come on. The problem is that our travel is severely diminished because we can't feed the mount. Winter is, after all, the harshest season in the game. There's not really much between the spring, summer, autumn, although crops may grow more in the summer. But to be honest, I made that up. I'm not stating that as fact. It just sounds like it could be correct. I know the growth is slower towards the beginning of the winter. Not autumn. I mean, just when it's starting to get a bit cold and moving into that season. And yes, sadly, you notice that the portal hasn't stayed. So yes, we have not been able to upgrade that. I'm not going to stress over it too much. I'm going to go back to the town centre and probably get enough coin that way. So looking at the ground, I'm not seeing any ice in there, which is good. Just checking the farmers because we had set them to gather more stuff, berries and such. Just running to the far left where the berries are. Here we go. See if we can set them going again. And we've got a very nice sunset there. Sadly tinged with a very dark cloud cover there as well. At least the pike wielders are heading to the right side. Well, they're heading to the left-hand side, but that is the correct right side. Because if they were standing on the actual right-hand side, that would be problematic. Because they're completely wasted, because nothing comes from that side anymore. So the seasons are... so the day is going quite quick. You see how long it takes for the mount to get its breath back. Some of these guys should have coin. No? No? Any coin? No. Okay, we'll get some more archers. More archers, more better. Looks like there's some up there that apparently were brandishing some coin. We're gonna get a couple of... we'll get a hammer. Get a couple of hammers, a couple of workers there. And... what is worrying? Doesn't matter, we're good. I was going to say what's worrying is that it still hasn't ended that. So 1, 2, 3. There's another 2 builders, and I will spend the time today rushing back to the right hand side. Not really rushing, but heading towards there. Do the teleport, and get that sorted up and running. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. You can see a lot of the peasants are heading to all kinds of different directions. They're wanting to get jobs, but they're heading to like the end side, which is... it does have jobs, but it's just pike. Oh, there's some snow. No! Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. 62 days. We should, by all accounts, be overwinter in 2 more days. If the wiki is to be believed, and we all know that wikis are never ever wrong. Right. So we should have enough coin to use the teleporter, head to the left, and then build it. If calculations are correct. 1, 2. Head to the left. Put it just outside. There. And get it built. And there we go. There is a teleporter from the far left dock with the lighthouse to the just the right hand side of the outer wall for the main village, which is good. These have actually still got some fire barrels there as well, I've just noticed too. So we are going to give it those extra days. I think it'll be worth it. I would regret it if I didn't. But what is the alternative? Going in winter, not really an alternative, more of a death sentence. Because we wouldn't have... The only money we're getting at this stage is from the berries. Speaking of which, here we are. The berries, which are very good. We are getting money from well, we got money from the boar, which is rare and hard to do, which we wouldn't be able to get on the next island because we wouldn't have the defences and everything else, nor the resources to rebuild after its destruction. Or the destruction that it causes, rather. And furthermore, we don't have a very healthy bank in order to, well, get us paid, because we're getting paid interest, which at the moment on this island is not too bad. We can fill our pockets up, no bother. But on the new island, no such thing. We don't even have a bank. Never mind anyone working as a banker with funds. So yes, very, very difficult times if we went. There's some coin on them, which makes sense because we did upgrade that one. Yeah, we've got a nice defensive thing here. So we're going to see what the attack is like on the night. Can we actually send an attack? We could send an attack. There's no point in sending an attack because it wouldn't do anything other than loses all of our forces. Because you can't attack the portal without the big bomb. Rather, you can't destroy it, should I say. You can see the amount of forces that they have. I haven't counted them, but it's a lot. Luckily, the sheer amount of archers we have, plus the catapult, plus the tower, plus the pikeman, plus the wall with its upgrade, it's really not too much of a problem, is it? It's really not too much of a problem. And is that grass I spy? That is grass that I spy. Still a bit of snow, but the trees have finally changed. We welcome spring. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And the farmers will now start farming. They have now started farming. We have hit spring. We will double check this. It is on day 63. So, it looks like it's maybe not an exact science. Or rather, I guess winter means you can have snow or whatever. Either way, we now have the opportunity to move to the next island. And we are going to take that opportunity right now. We are going to go to the boat. We're going to be ringing that bell. We will see a lot of people start rushing towards that. We have workers, we have archers, we have the defensive people, whatever they're called. They're not knights yet. We haven't upgraded them to a knights, but they're those guys with the shields. So, good. I will go for 1, 2, 3, 4 more archers. We can't take the money with us. Well, we can take some of it with us, but not everything in the bank. So I don't mind just filling up. So there is, looks to be 3 workers. We also have some archers coming. There's the archers there. And I'm also waiting for the defensive contingent, which we're not seeing yet. But it will be along shortly. We also have the hermits there on the left, but they don't enter the boat until we actually send it. Just trying to stand it around, getting some grass there. Lovely, lovely. Come on, banker. No, money? No, apparently not. Defensive contingent is there by the look of it. Right, so hopefully the game has been sensible and sent them from the right-hand side, which is completely clear of greed. I didn't see them pass me on the left. So, that's a good thing. I'm trying to stand next... I'm trying to get paid, but I'm not getting paid. Maybe we'll get paid here. Some crops close to harvest. And this is upgraded as well. Yes, there we go. Economy. Good. One more. We want to leave when the bank is overflowing. When the bag is overflowing, should I say. And there we go. Right. Say goodbye to island number 3. Stone Keep. Good defences. Good economy. Good welfare standards. We got the opportunity to explore new lands. With 2 crowns, but only 1 crown because we're not playing co-op. And there's the baker and the dog, and also the other hermit, the stable master. And there we go. Build, expand, defend. So, we now have the opportunity to go to island number 4. Let's just have a quick check. Far left island. 1 portal remaining. No gems. No gems, 0 portal remaining. 0 gems, 0 portal remaining. And then this one... Oh, sorry, is that collected? No. And then island number 4, which is where we're going now. Very loud ring of that bell. And we set foot to our new home. At the moment, anyway. And I'd like you to actually take that coin, please. There we go. So, standard procedure. Deforest the entire area. No. We are clearing off this area so we can get some defensive positions in. I'm not going to do the outermost ones. I don't see any point in that. Sorry, the innermost ones yet. There's those sorted. I'm going to go to the right-hand side, which apparently has got a clearing already. So that could be an interesting thing. Let's just make sure that we've got all those done. This is our first clearing, and then it comes to a fairly big forest. And then out again. Ah, see this one? This is fairly good. So we could probably destroy this and put our defences here. So we've got already a nice forward position, and it means that we can also start farming in that bit there that I've just passed. Okay, that's good. That's good. I will certainly build up the defences here first. Expanding to the right in day 1 is probably not the way forward, but certainly what isn't a way forward is having the few workers that I currently have. So let's go 1, 2, 3 workers at minimum. We want to upgrade this to the next level, and we want to start getting a wall placed on the left hand side. At minimum we need this wall done, so there is that wall upgraded. And we have 2 of the workers going to do that, and then we're going to rush on the right hand side and then get the... I can see all those there getting shot, and we are going to get this wall upgraded. So there's that done. We will, I think also, yeah, I think I'll spend a bit of money on upgrading the tower. I think that would be of some benefit. And finally we can now actually stop for a moment and take a little breather with the with the mount there as well. So we've upgraded the tent twice, that is fine. We can upgrade to the next level if we do so desire. I do not at this stage. I want to get that upgraded and then this to at least tier 1. And obviously our economy at the moment is mainly, well, it will be deer and the rabbits. We haven't got any farmers. So the sun is just starting to set on the first day of the new island. We have the walls on the left and right upgraded to the first, actually second level of the wooden wall, which is perfectly fine for at least the first few days. There's no problem with that at all. What I want to do is take a little run into the forest on the right hand side and see what we have there. I'm looking for obviously shrines and all that sort of thing. Here's the greed here coming, and it'll only be a couple of greed, although it looks to be 3 greed at this stage, which is interesting considering the day, although this is now starting to ramp up the difficulty. With there being 5, I think it's 5 islands in total. Obviously we're on second last, so it is indeed quite difficult. So I'm going to start to remove the trees here because we need to open up this defensive position and also open it up for farming as well. That is our main sort of point of economy there. We can also move our defensives to there, but I'm not going to do that at this stage. So first thing we have counted is the iron mine, I believe, so we can get iron technology, but we need a lot of coin for that. Obviously then we get the portal. Continuing on, we find so this is I believe a bear cave, and you can see there's like honey on the branch there, and we pay 3 gems, sorry, to get a bear. Continuing on, we now have a gem chest, which we have now got. There we go. So 1, 2, 3 gems in total. We've got a normal coin chest, which is nice to see this far out. We've also got a third portal, followed by, sadly, the hermit village there. And this is 2 coins to get. I believe that's the knight. You can see there's like armor on the side there. I think that is the knight hermit. So we've got a village on the far right, which is not good. I didn't think that I didn't want the village to be this far out. So on the far right, we have, in rough order anyway, obviously the portals. We have on the first sort of main area a iron mine, followed by the bear, followed by a village. So I don't want the bear. I've got all of the chests, and I also have the hermit on the back there. So there's realistically no real reason to come to the right hand side anymore, apart from, you know, to expand and destroy the portals, because it's unlikely that I'm going to head out all the time to that far side. Let's get 1, 2, 3 done. Yeah, it's unlikely that I'm going to head out to the right-hand side to get the village paid up. I don't think that's going to happen. Because I'm hoping for a village. Well, and we know there's one on the left-hand side. It's closer. But we have got this other hermit. I'm going to now spend some money to upgrade this wall. Do we have any workers on this side? We do, but I've also massively overstressed it. So I'm not going to put a... No, I don't want to destroy that. I really don't want to. Because this is quite close, and if you accidentally destroy this one, then, you know, you've lost this entire village. And if I lose that village, then... well... it means that basically we have to go for a bakery very quickly. So, which is... It is possible. It is possible. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm hoping for the archers to really sort of get us paid sooner rather than later. Although I do have... a point where I can go forward now. We now have a point where we can farm. This is our farming position here. We also have, if we can check this... Oh, the hermit that's just jumped off. We also have the defensive points there. So that's probably where we'll move forward. I'm just waiting to get that person there. And I really don't like the fact that he's jumped off. He's cowering. Right, I'm gonna get him. Yeah, I need to pick him up and run in because he's just gonna get attacked. Anyway, so we're now inside. The looks like that deer is gonna get attacked. We got 3 off that. There we are. And there's the greed coming along. I will get a couple more archers. I think would be beneficial because they're obviously gonna hunt. And we have more than enough money to build the defensive point on the right hand side. So there's all of the shots. Obviously we do have the advantage of having the archers from the previous island, so that's good. Lots of defensive points here, but we're going to go to this one, and this will be our main forward point now. I will also probably go ahead and remove that tree simply because we can. We need to have a little bit of a... the more space we have from this wall to the edge of a forest, it means the more rabbits are going to spawn. And I think this is going to be the time where I can say destroy the stag. That's not what I meant at all. Where we move on to a different mount. I'm hoping that we can get the salamander. I think the salamander is on this island, but if not, then you know we can see anyway. So all the sort of random bushes and such on the inside have been removed now, and that's gone. And I'm going to get paid there, and that's a gem I just dropped for some reason. Pick that gem back up. I don't think any of the workers can pick up the gem. I think it is just the monarch that can pick that up. Although for some reason these trees are really not wanting to be removed. There we go. It keeps dropping the coin rather than doing that way. Anyway, so this point is now nice and forward. We need a total of 3 gems to upgrade that wall to at least the next level, which I now have. So we'll upgrade that wall because, well, we need to get that wall at least to that level, so that's fine. And lots of archers sending some shots there. We have a first point there which we'll be able to farm on, which is good. Let's go to the left then. We'll see if we've got any money. Let's just go, yeah. Job done. So what I want to do is see if we've got any money on the left hand side from these archers. They have not, but I will have a quick look, a very quick look into the left hand side here, because obviously the attack will be underway. There's a gem chest. Okay, so we've got some gems on us now. I'm just going to start going. I think I'm going to go back. We've got 4 gems, I think it is. 3 from that chest, 3 from the other chest, but I've already spent 2 on getting that hermit, which I'm still not too sure what it is. I think it's a night hermit, but we'll see. So just trying to get some money. Farming is where we need to go. Farming as fast as possible. But no, to do that you need money. So there you are. And we need to get those walls upgraded as well. So I've just rushed back because I want those deer to head back. There we go, so we can harvest the deer. Which I don't think is unreasonable at this stage. There we are. And that should be enough coin for at least 1 farmer. So there's 2 farmers. No, not 2 farmers, because the rest is gem, which isn't a big problem. And drop those for some reason again. Here's the attack. These walls are in need of upgrade. Yeah. Especially when the shots are so terrible from the archers. Anytime you want to actually kill that one, because that's about to destroy that wall. Right. That's changed my priorities now. The walls need upgrading. We have 1 farmer. That's it. But looking at the state that wall was in when I left, I can't afford to just get another farmer. I need to get that wall. Oh, that wall looks fine. Unless they've just repaired it. But let's get it upgraded. So I'm going to have a quick rush to the left. So we know that we've got... Stopping the right time there. Perfect. Yeah, we know that we've got... And... Oh, perfect. Just you have to let go of the keyboard just right at the time so that when the head turns around you get them on your side. So we've had 1 chest. We should have an open area which we are coming up to now. I will stop here to let the mount eat. There we go. Let them feed. We have our first portal. We have more forest, which is obviously good for us because we can traverse it very quickly. We have another village, but I don't have any coin in order to recruit anybody from there. We have a second portal. We have another gem chest. Wow. But we also have this, which is a mount area. We'll come back to that on the way past. A third portal, and then the main wall portal. So, the question is, do we want this mount? This is, you can see a mount where it's like an egg behind water. You pay it, and the egg cracks, and we have a mount. A salamander mount. Costs a fair bit to get, but it can spit fire. So I've unlocked it because that is one of the ones that I was tempted to get anyway. So that's okay. Do we have no coin? No, we just have gem. Well, we only have gem. Right. We'll head back to the main. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Get back in time. No, don't drop a coin. Right. So let's get back. So we have these portals to go through now. That should be the last one though. That's fine. Right. So we need to get past the glowing forest again and get back to our main town. We have stone walls on either side now. We also have one farmer, but we have a distinct lack of cash. So what we need to do is get more farmers, get them as soon as possible, also get the walls upgraded, and also get the main town centre upgraded so we can get catapults, because it's going to be infinitely more difficult to defend. So let's see if any of these have coin. They do have some coin. It is quite close to evening, but do I want to risk it in... Probably... Do I want to risk it? No, I don't want to risk it. I do not want to risk it. Why would I want to risk upgrading that wall so close to night? Okay. What I am going to do is get this economy going. So I need to get this upgraded to the next level so we can have a water wheel there, which means that the farmers won't run back like you can see here, and get at least another farm job. And that is a one of those right in the centre. It must have followed me in and got hit and then sort of did a little sort of run off, which is interesting. See if any of these will get me paid. No, I don't think so. There is the agreed attack, and look at that. Already you can see this is like day 3, 4. The attack is very, very strong indeed. So yeah, we need to get that destroyed. That's good. We need to get some more people because we don't have any, and there we go. And then we'll head back. So I think we will leave it there. We have 2 farmers. We have a lot of things to do in the next couple of episodes. We need to upgrade the walls on both the left and right to ideally the next highest level, but we also have on the right hand side the iron mine, which we need to upgrade to get iron technology. We also have the main dock portal on the far right as well as a village on the very far right, so we're probably not going to go there. 2 villages on the left, one very close to our town centre, which is good. Also, I've unlocked but not yet got the salamander, so that'll be a next episode job, but it all depends on money, because at the moment we don't have a lot of it. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.